Alright guys, so I am back. It's been a little while since my last review, but we're going to get one out this weekend. It is 4th of July weekend, or Independence Day in the United States. And the reason I've been gone for so long is because my job is quite demanding in the summer. So yeah, I was doing that for quite a while this week. Anyways, today we are going to be taking a look at Baidu Antivirus. I think it's called Baidu. I'm going to call it Baidu. Antivirus 2014. This is a Chinese antivirus, but they do have an English version available. So we're going to be taking a look at that. If we look at the About, this is version 4.4.4.76434. Virus database was just updated today as I installed the program today. Now I have had a little bit of a problem here updating the antivirus. It takes an extremely long time to download the definitions. It only transfers at about, it's only downloading right now, as I can see, about 150 kilobits per second. I have a much faster connection than that. I can transfer up to about 2 megs per second on my connection. So they really need to work on their transfer rate right off the bat, as well as when it downloads the file here, once it gets to the updating portion, it fails. I don't know why. I've tried both on a VPN, without a VPN. I've restarted the virtual machine. Nothing really seems to work. I'm not going to go too far into it right now because in my mind, a fresh install of Windows and a fresh install of an antivirus program, there shouldn't be any problems with it whatsoever. So nevertheless, we'll just ignore that kind of and get right into the review. We'll just kind of let that go and see what happens. All right, looking at the interface right off the bat, it looks nice, very simple. I do like it, easy to understand, good color scheme, very plain, not too intimidating. If you click on the little right arrow like I just did, you go to computer and you get all your options laid out right in front of you. I really do like that. That is nice. They really did a good job on the whole kind of drawer type of scheme that McAfee kind of tried. This does work for them. I do like this. If you go all the way to the left, you kind of get some tools such as a cloud file scanner, browser protection, language translator, malicious plugin cleaner, you know, that kind of stuff, the usual little tools. This antivirus also is a multi-engine antivirus. Well, Baidu supposedly has their own engine. They also have a cloud engine that they create, and they use Avira's antivirus engine as well. So that's kind of nice. You get 2 engines in one program. And I think Bitdefender does that as well. I don't know. There's another one, or is it F-Secure? I can't remember off the top of my head which one does it. But I remember there's a couple more antivirus programs, or not antivirus, anti-malware programs that do that out there. This specifically is called an antivirus program. So we will see how well it performs today. Anyways, let's look at the advanced options here. You click on the little gear up there, gives you the advanced options window. You got virus scan options right here, scheduled scans where you can set times that you want to scan your PC, system protection level, proactive defense. Let's see what they got in here. Okay, nothing really describes what they use in specifically what I should say. Oh my gosh, can I talk today? Holy crap. Nothing in here really describes specifically what they use for their defense or their 0-day malware detection. But we're going to test that out. Suppose it's got supposed USB protection, download protection. Let's see, engine options. Now I did notice this when I kind of looked at this program a little bit earlier before I started recording. It has an option right here where you can enable Avira's engine for real-time protection. That came unchecked from the factory. I'm not going to check that, but if I were running the program, I would definitely have that checked. Because what you want to do is you want to scan the files that are being downloaded and the files that are being accessed on your system. Now it does use Avira's engine for virus scans, but that means you have to actually physically initiate the scan in order to be taking advantage of Avira's engine. Otherwise it's just going to be sitting there idle. It's not going to do anything. So I'd definitely check that if I were running this program. And that's pretty much it. You get a file shredder. That's pretty much, I mean, it's your basic antivirus program. It's nothing so far really special that I've seen. But we will see how it performs. And as you can see here, it failed to update the program again. Don't know why it's doing that, but oh well. We're going to go ahead and start the test. So I did, Malcode is back online, which is really nice because it was down. That's also the reason I wasn't having another review out for a while, is because Malcode wasn't working. But it is working now, and I also did find some backups. So in the future, hopefully, we won't have that problem anymore. And we're also going to increase our link size to 15 links. Seeing I found a couple more sources, maybe it'll work better, give a more kind of reliable test in a sense. So we're going to try that today, see how that works out. It's kind of an experiment we're going to do. So link number 1. Everything's at default, everything's enabled. Alright, so it looks like it says this file is safe. Let me get kill switch open here quick. I always forget to do that. I should like write a note or something and put a huge note right on my monitor. Open kill switch. I mean, every time. I don't know why. Get like a flashing sign too or something. Okay, well, let's do this first, seeing we really haven't ran anything. I know it's kind of out of order, but oh well. Let's take a look at what it's using. So I see right now, it looks like if we organize by signer, looks like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 processes going, and this one, the service process, is using about 150, let's see, 18, 20. It's using a fair amount of RAM. I have to say, it is kind of heavy in the system. Now, the Internet Explorer window is open. That is going to drive it up a little bit, but that's normally how you'd be using an antivirus. So, I mean, I kind of like this testing under load type thing. You know, instead of idle, like you see most people just open up Task Manager first thing and say, oh, what, you know, what's it running at? But this is kind of a more real-world scenario right now, what we got. And you can see the updater is doing something right now, and I can see that it is transmitting data, but very slowly. So, I'm not going to sit around and wait, because I did wait about an hour before starting this test to see if it makes sure it updates, and well, it did what it needed to do. So all right, that's that. We will close the performance graph here and hide safe processes. We're gonna throw that over here, and we're gonna do this. Okay, so they said this file was safe. We're gonna go ahead and run it. Setup.exe. Got a DLL host that just launched right there, and you can see our piece of malware is sitting right there in RAM. So link number 1 was clearly a miss, especially considering they said that the file was safe. Doesn't get much more of a miss than that. Okay, and who knows? Maybe it could be a false positive. We'll find out later. Well, that'll be determined later on once we do the Komodo scans and controlled scans, I should call them. Okay, so it looks like it's trying to set up some sort of player here. We're gonna let that go down here. Don't know what that is. Run, sure, whatever. Okay. All right, so it looks like 2 threats were detected, 2 Trojans. We're gonna go ahead and remove those. Okay, complete. And those are supposedly been removed. So it looks like the Trojan could have been injected somehow into that program if this was indeed a legitimate program. Okay, let's try this. So link number 2 was, I'm going to consider link number 2 a block. It was a partial block, so I'm going to put a, okay, put a little sign right there. Okay, this is that new player setup. Now you can't really close it, so okay, whatever. Then this is link number 3. It states that the program is safe. Go ahead and open it. And I think this is a another form of Baidu or something. I think I missed it right there, but yeah, it's a Chinese version. So we're gonna go ahead and just terminate that process if we can, because we don't need that to load. We already got a version on here. Looks like Internet Explorer has just crashed. It could be related to me ending the process. However, a service has just been created. All right, let's go back to Malcode. Not going to restore the session. And what do we got on here? Okay, we got quite a few. Yeah, we got quite a few processes launching here. And my guess is it's from this process right here. But nevertheless, we will continue the test. So 3 was a false positive. I'm going to consider it because it looked like a version of Baidu. Okay. Oh, really? I mean, come on. Let's keep this test going here. Let's try and restore the session. There we go. Okay, maybe we'll actually be able to do something. Okay, looks like we have PC Utilities Pro, which is a form of adware. I'm gathering by the fact that it's annoying me already. So this will be link number 3 in my mind. Okay, run. Okay, backed up in quarantine. Okay, interesting wording there. Usually people say, or programs just say it's quarantine, but backed up in quarantine. If we try and run it, it's been moved or deleted, so that's good to know. If we click restore, I'm not going to do it, but I'm hoping it would ask you or prompt you saying if you really want to restore it or not. Hoping it just wouldn't go ahead and do it automatically. Okay, I opened up a new tab here, and I don't know what this is. I've never seen that before. Anyways, so link number 3 was blocked, and we're on link number 4. That one appears to be dead. What is that? Is that? Go away. Okay, exit that. It could be a form of, let's see here, what is it doing? Why do we have that open? Okay, we're going to just try and continue the test here. We're going to do this one right here. A little short of a URL. Doesn't really matter, but I don't know. Okay, looks like that one's dead too. Try this one right here. No, go in there. Here we go. Okay. Nothing yet. Did something kill my internet? I think it did. Still connected to my VPN, but it appears if I don't have any internet anymore. Oh boy. Yeah, something has killed my internet. Let me try and get rid of some of this stuff here. We're going to go ahead and just select all this, I think, and uncheck the stuff that we don't want to terminate here, such as that, and everything else can go. Kill it all. There we go. Now let's try the internet. Probably I'm gonna have to, okay. Proxy server. Okay, so it looks like something has created a proxy here. Now where, I forgot where exactly you go for this stuff. Oh, I think it's in connections. Unless it's part of my VPN that's causing the issue, that could very well be it. Let me check my host PC and see if I still have internet. Okay, I do still have internet in my host. Let me go ahead and we'll try to reconnect the network card here, see if that works. Okay, it looks like we have stuff relaunching itself too. I'm gonna go ahead and just pause those processes. Google update. Alright, so it states we have internet, but yet we don't have internet. Let me see if this wizard here can just quick fix it. Well, this is very interesting. Let me go ahead. We're going to just try and do a reboot here. See if that can do it. And yeah, so far this test is not going well. Because let me open up my internet browser here on my host PC. So you can see I do indeed have internet. It is working. But yet it is not working on my virtual PC here. So, and the VPN is through my host PC. So that you saw right there was through the VPN. This is going to be a long test, it looks like. But I want to make them accurate and in depth. Okay, so as it looks, we are loading back up here. Okay. I do not want to back up my PC. No. Okay, so it's still loading a lot of stuff here. Okay, it says no internet access. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to have internet access here. Oh, okay. Looks like we do again. All right, so we can finally continue this test, hopefully. And hopefully, whatever is interfering will not relaunch itself. But something tells me it might. Okay, we already looks like holy crap. It already appears as if we have a piece of malware running in there. We are going to go ahead and hide save process. We already did that, and kill the performance graph. Okay. Put that over there. Attempt to relaunch Internet Explorer. Most likely things are being redirected through a proxy now. So hopefully that won't interfere with the test, but judging by the errors and the things that I was seeing on the screens earlier, that is my best guess as to what's happened here. So one of these programs is most likely redirecting my internet traffic, and we're getting pop-ups here, which is never a good sign. We're getting lots of advertisements. So much so I don't know if we're going to be able to continue this test. We may have to just jump over to the zero-day malware portion, because this is just getting absolutely ridiculous. The amount of advertisements I'm receiving here. Okay, let's go ahead and, yeah, you can see clearly there is adware in this machine. I think I'm going to run ADW Cleaner though, alongside everything else once we're done with this test, to see what it can find. Okay, so we got this will be link number 4 finally. Okay, link number 4 was blocked. Link number 5 will do. Let's do this one for link number 5. Close out that. Link number 5 is stated as safe. We will go ahead and run it. We'll state that we can open this. Okay, we got 2 of them launching here, most likely because, okay, let's just go ahead and cancel all that. I don't feel like downloading more adware on this system. And of course, installation cannot be canceled in this stage. Of course it can't. Why would it be able to? I don't want your crappy adware on my system. Alright, so, let's see, that was link number 5. I'm going to count that as a miss. This will be link number 6, and link number 6 was blocked. We'll go ahead and remove, and that should be it. Okay, we'll do link number 7 here. Link number 7, will it be blocked or missed? Yeah, you know it's bad when the malware loads faster than the antivirus can download stuff. So, alright, we're going to run this app here. It looks as if this one may have been missed. Still no response from Baidu. No response at all. Okay. Yeah, this is... And I can't close this out. I'm going to have to use kill switch to actually close that. Hopefully I can. Kill it. There we go. Alright, so 6 was missed. So I think we're up to 7. I can't even keep track. There's so much stuff popping up here. This is link number 7. 7 was blocked. This is going to be link number 8 then. I understand it's from the same URL. Well, actually, now we're going to go with something different here. Let's try this one right here. I'm trying to pick something a little different because I think that's just all adware from that specific URL that I'm trying. Okay, so it looks like it was scanned quickly and quarantined, so 8 was blocked. Moving on to number 9. Let's try this file that appears to be a screensaver. Okay, so it looks like we have our first web alert here from Baidu. accompanied by a whole crap ton of adware. That probably is not related to their program. That's probably related to the adware that slipped by. But nevertheless, I'm going to consider 9 blocked. And moving on to number 10 here. Let's do this one. Actually, you know what? We're going to move on to a different source. I've been going malcode for quite a while here. So let's go over to malware blacklist. We'll do a few over there, and then we're going to move on to a new one. So if we can even get to malware blacklist here, but as you can see, tons of advertisements. If we click close, of course, instead of closing it, it just decides to load more adware. Okay, let's try. Oh, really? Go away, adware. This is a big problem. This is honestly, this is becoming an epidemic. Is adware nowadays? It's getting quite ridiculous. It's very difficult to categorize what is adware and what is just general advertising. But I mean, this is just absolutely ridiculous. The system is slowed down. I cannot use the system as efficiently as I could before. Not even close. But oh, yes, okay. I'm turning off my Komodo web filter. Let's see, web filter, there we go. And we will attempt to run that same URL again. Okay, we're going to run that. Open. Run. State of the file is safe. We look at kill switch here. It should be SVC disguised as that. I don't see it running specifically. I should have made that over there so we can actually see what's going on. Sorry about that, guys. Completely slipped my mind. But I'm going to consider 10 missed. This is number 11. Let's try and run it again. Not seeing anything. Okay. Number 11. That one may be dead. Try 11 again, unless something killed my internet. Nope. Okay, so this is still 11. And that one was blocked by Baidu. Moving on to 12. This will be the last link through malware blacklist, and then we will move on to a different site here, I think. Maybe we'll do one more. Because I don't have... Yeah, we'll do a couple more, because I remember the next site I'm going to go to does not have quite a bit of 0 day. It seems to be a couple of days old, or a day or two old. But all right, let's try and run that one. Not going to run. And that one's dead. Maybe we'll be moving to that new site quicker than I thought, because I can't get any of these links to work. Number 12. Can we have a number 12, please? Okay. No, go away, adware. Okay, let's try this one. We're just going to try and get one more to work. Number 11. Okay, never mind. We're going to move on. VX Vault. Okay, I've heard of these guys before, but we're going to give them a try today. See if we can get them to work. Alright, never actually used them. We're going to go ahead and download file, I guess. Oh. They used to never require membership. I know I kind of looked at them once, but dang, it's kind of a disappointment. Unless I oh, jeez, this adware is just relentless. Let me try and copy and paste it. Maybe it was that was direct. Maybe I can get access to the links directly here. Never tried this though. Let's try this one. This one doesn't work. We're just gonna go ahead and go back to malware blacklist. Okay, so it looks like this one is ready to run. I'm gonna run this one, scanning file. That one was blocked. Okay, so we'll do another one here. We're up to 13 now. This is gonna be number 13. And that one was dead. Most likely this one's gonna be dead too. We'll give it a shot. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, we'll try this one. Now, if you ever receive something that says payment.exe, I mean, that you better click on that, because that is definitely legitimate. I mean, it doesn't get much more legit than payment.exe. Did it even copy? Or did it just redirect me? Yeah, it did. It just redirected me. All right, let me try that one more time. I don't know if maybe it was interfering with that. Trying to get 13 to work. Try a screensaver here. If this one doesn't work, I'm going to try and see if something killed my internet. Okay, at least something didn't kill my internet. But we're not having good luck anymore with this. Come on. There. Okay, this is number 13. All right, 13 was blocked. Once again, let's try this one right here. Okay, that one looks like it was removed. I'm really bummed out that payment.exe didn't work. Those are always fun. Those really fun names usually are always exciting to watch. By the way, never click on something like that. Don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, no, don't click on something like that. I'm kidding when I say that. Okay, this is number 14. I think we're gonna go back to, let's see, where should we go? Let's try the malware domain list. Try and do one from the malware domain list, but you usually don't have anything. Okay, we're gonna run this. It's running right there. However, it appears as if Baidu has blocked it, or at least blocked part of it. So we're going to consider that one a block, but partial, because it did appear to get into RAM. All right, let's go over to the malware domain list. Whoops. Help if I type .com. This adware. So if any of you are experiencing stuff like that on your computer, yeah, you have adware. Or at least some form of malware. Let's see. Nothing really good. Holy crap, this is old stuff. I'm sorry, no, we're not using this malware. We'll head back to Malcode, get our last link. It'll be a little old, but it'll be good enough. Oh, we did that one already. Let's try, I don't think we did this one. Let's try this one. If it'll work. Hey, it works. Saved it by accident, but it looks like it was blocked, so 15 was blocked. So let's see, we blocked 1, including partials, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it blocked 11 out of 15. It's not bad, not bad. Like I said, it could have blocked more in my mind if they had the Avira engine turned on for the real-time protection, but we'll find out in the virus scan if it can, in fact, detect the malware that is on the system. Because I do guarantee you there is malware on this system currently. And as you can see, that thread was blocked. Yeah, okay. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reboot the computer so that it clears out anything in RAM. Once the computer is rebooted, we are going to go ahead and do our usual scans with Komodo, Malwarebytes, Hitman Pro, and I think I might throw ADW Cleaner in here today just to kind of see what kind of adware we are working with on this system, if it in fact it is adware that we're working with, so which I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, that's pretty much classic adware symptoms right there. So once everything's loaded up and scanned, we will I will be back with the results of all of the scans. So be right back. I am sorry, guys. I don't know what I was thinking we haven't even done our 0-day test yet of 0-day malware. So I already rebooted the system though, but nevertheless we will get into that right away. Sorry about that. Holy crap. Alright, so I turned off the real-time protection. We are going to now extract our folder of malware. Oh jeez. Let's do that. And now we got that there. We have 114 objects in this folder. So we're going to do a context scan with Baidu. And once Baidu has removed, oh, actually that went pretty quick. So we're going to go ahead and resolve all those threats. That was extremely quick. Holy crap. That was actually faster than MCSoft. That was incredibly fast. Wow. So let's go and do one more scan, ensuring that everything is good. It says our PC is safe. Okay. We are going to resume real-time protection. So it states that your PC is safe. Let's see what we have left in here. 20 objects. So let's grab a calculator right here. 114 minus 20 equals 94 divided by 114. 82% detection ratio. It's pretty good. It's right around average to above average, kind of in that category. So very good. Now what we're going to do is I already rebooted the system. It was really kind of unnecessary, but you know, good to do. So I'm going to load kill switch up here so we can see what's going on in the background. And we're going to run, you know, about 10 or 20 so pieces of malware here and see how Baidu reacts. See if it is able to protect the system from 0-day malware. Unfortunately, I'm not expecting it to do too well just because of the way it reacted with the malware from the web analysis portion of our test. So nevertheless, we're going to see what happens. I got everything online here. Everything's good to go. As you can see, we're protected. Let's start. Okay, so it's link number 1. Not link really, but you know, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, and let's do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I think 12 would be good. Okay, so what we're going to do here is unfortunately going to have to reboot the system again in order to clear out the malware that's currently running in RAM, because that's what I usually do for most antivirus programs. So as you can see, I'm kind of rusty. I haven't done this in, in about a week here. So I'm trying to do everything the same that I do for every other antivirus program. I remember off the top of my head what I do. As you can see, I already screwed up in a sense, but not really. So yeah, we're going to reboot the system. Whatever's in memory hopefully will get cleared out. We're going to run a scan then again with Baidu, see what it finds, if it finds anything left over from the web analysis as well as this test. And then I'm also going to run scans with Komodo, Malwarebytes, and Hitman Pro, as well as a DW cleaner like I stated earlier. So, all right, once that is all done and everything has been scanned, I will be back this time again. All right, guys, so all the scans have finished. And I also did a little more in-depth kind of looking around, and well, we'll just get into that a little bit later. I'll show you that. Anyways, scans are finished, and it says our PC is safe with Baidu. Baidu found nothing on our system. So we take a look at Komodo. Komodo found quite a few things. Cut pieces of malware here. As you can see right here, we have some in the temporary folders. That's not a big deal. However, we have some in the app data in the startup folder. That is kind of a big deal. The fact that it's in the startup folder too means it's going to start every time the system is running. And if we look at our kill switch currently, open that up, you'll see that we do have malware running on the system. In my mind, that is really bad when there's malware actually running physically in memory. It means it's basically got to control your system. It can do whatever it wants and is monitoring other things in the system or has a capability of doing that. So you can see we have about 3 pieces of malware for sure, confirmed by Komodo. If we hide the safe processes, I can probably point out some more. That's a piece of adware, I believe, as well as that. That could be a piece. That's probably a piece of malware right there. I mean, there's just malware all over this system. So this is definitely that's a piece of malware too. Yeah, system's definitely highly infected. If we look over at Malwarebytes here, you'll see Malwarebytes found a lot of stuff. Last I checked, before it was done, it found like 190 some objects. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of it's just adware here. Let's see, can we can't really sort. Okay, so it looks like we've come a couple Trojans, a couple pieces of malware, some stolen data, some more Trojans. Looks like a backdoor bot. That's definitely not good. So yeah, not good so far for Malwarebytes. If we take a look at Hitman Pro, not any better. It did find the proxy server on this computer, and I apologize earlier. I'm pretty sure I missed it. I'm going to go back and take a look at it myself. But when I went to Internet Explorer and went to Internet Options, I was looking at the right area of the system for proxy servers and stuff like that. But I completely missed it because this right here, this should not be checked. This should be unchecked pretty much at all times. Unless, of course, you're going to use a proxy server or some sort of a VPN connection, as it states right there. This should be unchecked. But the reason I guess I looked over it is because this was not, this field is not applicable at all. And normally when you have that checked, it would be. So I guess that's why I just kind of glanced at it and kind of closed it. I didn't really look at it in depth. This is what, let me show you what mine looks like on my system. This is what yours should look like. Come on, there we go. Alright, so this is what one looks like when it is basically clean and normal. This is, you should have automatically detect settings checked as well as this unchecked. As you can see, that is not the case for our infected virtual PC right here. So that is definitely an issue, and that is a big issue right there. Because when I remove this malware, what most likely would happen is that program that's using the proxy or has the proxy set up with it, it can render your internet connection basically obsolete, or not obsolete, not working, let's just say. You won't be able to connect to the internet, kind of like the problem I had earlier when I wasn't able to connect to the internet, and that's why I said it seemed like something was like a proxy was been implemented on my system. So that is definitely not good either. That is going to go against Baidu right there, because that's not good to have. And you can see we have some riskware as usual, a couple Trojans, piece of malware, my PC backup, that's considered adware, new player, optimizer pro, that kind of stuff. So yeah, this system is definitely highly infected. And if we take a look at ADW Cleaner, which is an adware scanning program, it has also detected lots of adware on this system, and the same things that Malwarebytes and Hitman Pro pretty much detected as well. So that is definitely not good to see. With that said, final verdict on Baidu Antivirus 2014. They call it antivirus, and it seems to react to things like antivirus normally would. Antivirus nowadays is pretty much obsolete in a sense of it's not effective enough to protect your computer. And Baidu is kind of a perfect example of that, unfortunately, here. I cannot recommend this program. I cannot recommend you running this program. It didn't have really good signatures at all, even though it's using a Vera and their own. Signatures, like I said, not good. Behavior blocker is pretty much non-existent. I did not see one behavior blocker alert. I could have missed it, but no, I did not see any behavior blocker alerts at all. So this program, unfortunately to me, is a fail. I cannot pass this program. I cannot recommend this program. Sorry. Comment if you want. Let me know if I did anything wrong. But that's pretty much it. Final verdict right there. Next time, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do next for my next program. But nevertheless, next time I have a review, I don't know. Well, don't even know where I'm going with that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here, and I'll go ahead and see you next time on the next review. And hopefully, maybe next review I'll have my friend doing it with me too. I'm hoping, but we'll find out. So, all right. I will see you next time.